On the news, many feared dead as gunmen attack army camp in Imo State. Labour Party caretaker committee to appeal judgment affirming Abure as party chairman. And Supreme Court to hear state suit against EFCC Act on October 22. Thank you for joining us on News Now on TV 360 Nigeria. I'm Mr. Achiko. Gunmen have reportedly attacked Ehimembano local government area of Imo State, leaving many soldiers dead. The attack is said to have occurred at the army camp in the community on Tuesday night. In a video circulating online, the gunmen could be seen chanting battle songs while setting several operational vehicles on fire. The attack comes a week after some suspected hoodlums set ablaze the National Open University of Nigeria Study Center in Eziokensu community of Ehimembano. Still on security, Nigeria's House of Representatives has called on Nigerian security agencies to reinforce security measures by deploying additional personnel in Faskari, Kankara, Sabuwa, Katsina State, northwest Nigeria. This followed a motion on urgent national importance by a lawmaker representing the constituency, Honorable Shehu Dalhatu, on the need for security agencies to intensify efforts to rescue victims of bandit attacks in some areas of the state. TV 360's Victoria Akonde completes the report.
The recent surge in attacks recorded in Katsina State has been characterized by attendant loss of lives, kidnap of helpless citizens, and rustling of domestic animals. Like in other states in the country, insecurity in Katsina has been driven to alarming rates as residents now live at the mercy of the terrorists. Speaking on the floor of the House, the lawmaker lamented the loss of lives, destruction of property, and displacement of residents as a result of the frequent attacks, emphasizing the profound impact on the affected population.
On Friday, 4th October 2024, armed bandits ambushed members of the Katsina State Community Watch Corps, an initiative put in place by His Excellency the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Dr. Duk Umar Rada, along Ankara Paskari Road, killing 6 members, wounding 2 others, and seizing their weapons. Just 2 days later, on Sunday, 6 October 2024, the bandits targeted innocent people at Balandawa village in Paskari local government, killing 3 and kidnapping some women. The violence escalated again on Monday, 7 October 2024, when the bandits attacked the Puntua Gusau Road, killing 1 person and kidnapping unspecified number of commuters. Further concerned that the situation has deteriorated to the point where bandits now officially provide bank accounts for ransom payment to be made for kidnapped victims. This audacious act shows not only for the impunity which this criminal operates, but also raise significant concern about the security of the telecommunication and financial system in the country.
Members also called on the Nigerian government to provide increased support to the Nigerian military and other law enforcement agencies, ensuring they have the necessary resources to continue their critical work in protecting and serving the nation.
On the day of the flood, our military and other law enforcement agencies responded with exceptional speed and coordination. Their swift deployment of rescue operations not only saved numerous lives, but also provided necessary aid and support to the affected families. The key points to be considered are: 1. Rapid response. The military immediately response to the disaster showcased their readiness and commitment to humanitarian efforts, demonstrating that they are not only defenders of our nation, but also protectors of our citizens in times of crisis like this. 2. Collaboration with local and state authorities. The seamless collaboration between the military, police, as well as local government and state government demonstrated a unified approach to the disaster management, ensuring that resources were optimally used for effective rescue and relief operations.
Members also applauded the seamless collaboration between the military, police, and local and state governments, demonstrating a unified approach to disaster management in the country, ensuring that resources were optimally utilized for effective rescue and relief operations. Victoria Akonde, TV360 News, Lagos.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Senate has mandated immediate compliance with the Supreme Court's ruling on local government funding. The resolution was reached on the floor of the Senate on Wednesday after a debate on a motion by lawmaker representing Anambra North, Tony Nwoye. In his lead debate, Senator Nwoye raised concerns about governors trying to enact laws to control local government funds illegally. Other lawmakers underscored the urgency for adherence to judicial mandates to enhance transparency and accountability in local governance.
Two prayers are as follows. All states and local governments to fully comply with the recent Supreme Court judgment on the disbursement and utilization of funds accruing to all local governments in Nigeria.
Local governments should be allowed to exercise that responsibility of a third tier of government. So in any attempt of any state, House of Assembly, trying to make law that will now mandate this revenue coming to local governments to be controlled by another account before the money gets to the local government, I think is undermining the Supreme Court judgment.
The court has already decided that the money of the local government councils should be released directly to the councils. And for us to start debating it, it's going against the spirit of the Constitution, since there is already a constitutional provision to that effect.
Bordering on attempts to circumvent the ruling of the Supreme Court. And I want to thank all of you for your contributions, and I assure you that the 10th Senate, working with our colleagues in the House of Representatives, will alter any aspect of our Constitution, amend any section of our laws to ensure full autonomy to the local government administrations in this country.
And now to party politics. Chairman of the Labour Party Caretaker Committee, Nenadi Usman, has said her committee would appeal the judgment of the Federal High Court Abuja, which upheld Julius Abure's led leadership. Earlier on Tuesday, Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court in Abuja had ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to recognize Abure as the substantive national chairman of the party. However, in a statement shared on her X handle, the former finance minister admitted that the judgment, which upheld the Nnewi Convention of the party, preceded the formation of the Caretaker Committee. While urging party faithful to remain calm, Usman disclosed the decision to appeal the judgment was consciously taken after a meeting with other party members to deliberate on the development. The Supreme Court has fixed October 22 to hear a suit filed by 16 state governments challenging the legality of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The suit, which was instituted by the Kogi state government and 15 other states, is contesting the constitutionality of the laws establishing the EFCC and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. A 7-man panel of justice led by Justice Nwani Abba Aji fixed the date after the states were joined as co-plaintiffs and granted leave for consolidation of the case in the suit originally filed by the Kogi state government through its Attorney General. The argument of the states in their present suit, which had reportedly been corroborated by the Supreme Court in the previous case mentioned, is that the law, as enacted, could not be applied to states that never approved of it in accordance with the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution. Minister of Works David Umahi has announced that the first section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is set to be completed by May 29, 2025, after which it will be tolled for 5 to 10 years to recover construction costs. Umahi made this disclosure while inspecting an evacuated but now refilled section of the road that was once a dump site. The Works Minister further disclosed that in addition to tolling, the federal government is planning to implement additional initiatives, including developing land along the corridor for tourism, factories, and housing as part of efforts to further enhance returns on the project.
I'm here with the Lagos Director Controller of Works and Ogun Controller of Works. We have constituted a committee, an action committee, to liaise with your own team, the Commissioner for Works, Environment, Transport, and you came, all of them. You came here with all of them. And so, in an emergency situation like this, we have to look around for a competent contractor. And not only a competent contractor, we have to look around for the contractor that is also close to the location where we want to intervene. And luckily for us, we have seen High Tech, and High Tech is here with us. We have procured the palliatives.
The Senate has directed the Federal Road Maintenance Agency to, as a matter of urgency, intervene in the rehabilitation of Shua, Jigalambu and Baladega Bridge, which was affected by flooding in Adamawa North. In his lead debate, sponsor of the bill, Senator Amos Yohana, representing Adamawa North, said that the flooding has caused catastrophic destruction in 5 local government areas, leaving thousands of people stranded and in dire need, with hundreds of houses and farmlands destroyed. In their remarks, lawmakers urged flood response agencies to rise to the occasion and do the needful, while noting that preventive measures must also be taken to avert such disasters.
Aware that the flooding situation has overwhelmed local capacities and left thousands of people in dire need of urgent humanitarian assistance in Krichinga, Shua, Gulag, Zuragu, and other areas of Michika local government, Mayobani Mubi North local government, Concord in Maiha local government, including shelter, food, medical care, and clean water.
Your Excellency, NEMA and the response agencies need to do more, because practically there is no presence of NEMA in my constituency, and I believe the senator that brought this motion to has made it clear. So what I will only add is more effort should be put towards getting these people back into their houses and alleviating their sufferings.
We should begin to be proactive in planning for the next set of floods. And we should not continue to be reactive. And in fact, by the time the water drains from the northern part of the country, it will settle in the south. And together with the release of water from the Cameroon dams, we expect flooding in the entirety of the Niger Delta, displacing people. So it's important that the country comes out with a Marshall Plan to cater for this yearly flooding.
It's time for a short break, but coming up, Cameroon insists President Biya well despite long absence. Stay with us for details of this and other stories.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. you and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the go-to app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. Here's a recap of our top stories. Gunmen have reportedly attacked Ehimembano local government area of Imo State, leaving many soldiers dead. The attack is said to have occurred at the army camp in the community on Tuesday night. In a video circulating online, the gunmen would be seen chanting battle songs while setting several operational vehicles on fire. We also informed you that the chairman of the Labour Party Caretaker Committee, Nenadi Usman, has said her committee will appeal the judgment of the Federal High Court Abuja, which upheld Julius Abore's leadership. While urging the party faithful to remain calm, Usman disclosed the decision to appeal the judgment was consciously taken after a meeting with other party members to deliberate on the development. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
When you go into public office, you must be ready to answer to the people.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On Digi 360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians have said in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
Digi 360, dissecting the issues.
Shani has the latest on happenings in the world of business. Over to you, Okpayemi.
Thank you, Simisola, and welcome to Business News. In a significant move towards promoting economic growth and protecting investors, the Nigerian Senate has passed the second reading of the Investment and Securities Bill 2024, led by Senate leaders Senator Okpayemi Bamidele and Senator Osita Izuanaso. The bill aims to modernize and streamline the existing Investment and Securities Act of 2007 to foster economic development. During the debate, several senators voiced their support for the bill, emphasizing on the importance of protecting investors through stricter regulations and improved market transparency.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I respectfully rise to lead the debate on the general principle of the Investment and Securities Bill 2024. The bill seeks to repeal the Investment and Security Act 2007 and enact the Investment and Security Act 2024 and to establish the Securities and Exchange Commission as the apex regulatory authority for Nigerian capital market, as well as regulation of the market to ensure capital formation and protection of investors, maintenance of fair, efficient, and transparent market.
This amendment is very important to ensure that the Securities and Exchange Commission does its job in line with the global best practice.
The capital market, as presently constituted, need to be reorganized because of some fraudulent practices that are happening in the capital market. He has already mentioned insider abuse, which is very prevalent. And this has caused the lack of confidence of investors into the capital market.
I think a lot of people will be happy to infuse funds into the capital market when they know that a lot of the risk has been minimized or reduced to the barest minimum. So this is very good. So I thank everybody, because there's really nobody that says that a bill should not proceed to the second level. So let me put the question. Those in favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it.
Still in the world of business, the International Trade Union Confederation has condemned the World Bank's newly launched Business Ready Index for its dangerous ranking of countries' labor policies based on their alleged ease of doing business. The ITUC General Secretary Lok Triangle said it is deeply troubling for the World Bank to rank countries in a way that simulates competition to erode labor standards. Triangle expressed the ITUC's disappointment by the process that developed the index, despite repeated requests by trade unions to engage with the bank on these and other initiatives that have major implications for workers. We'll go on a short break now and be back with more updates in the stock report. Welcome back. Nigeria's equities market on Wednesday failed to regain from Tuesday's loss, decreasing by 0.1%, with the market capitalization at 56.03 trillion naira. Now, in the bustling world of the NGX, we see 127 equities taken to the trading floor for an exciting showdown. When the dust settled, we had 18 winners basking in glory and 38 players left licking their wounds. Now, on the flip side of the trading action, Elas Lakes took the unfortunate title of the day's biggest loser, reducing by 9.84% to close at 4 naira 40 kobo per share. Now, out on its heels, we see Associated Bus Company also sliding down by 9.63% to close down at 1 naira 22 kobo per share. Now, as the curtains fell on today's trading session at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, we see a total of 356 million shares dancing their way through 8,582 deals, adding up to a market value of 6.952 billion naira. Now, when compared to the previous trading day, that's Tuesday, October 8, 2024, we see a 50% dip in volume, a 17% drop in turnover, and a 9% decline in deals. Looks like the market took a little bit of trader today. Now, across the globe, it's a different story altogether, as the UK FTSE, the US Dow Jones, and Japan's Nikkei all kept the momentum going, wrapping up the day with a bullish flare. Now, in the foreign exchange market, the Naira depreciated further against the US dollar on the black market to trade at $1,695, but remained the same against the pound at 2,265 naira, while the euro stood still at 1,860 naira on the black market. That's it on both business and stock market reports. Back to you, Simisola, for the rest of the news.
Thank you very much, Okwayemi. And on the foreign scene, President of Cameroon, Paul Biya's prolonged absence from public engagement, both domestically and internationally, has raised significant questions among Cameroonians regarding his current status. Local reports indicate that Biya left Cameroon in early July on an official diplomatic mission, beginning his travels in France before continuing to China. He has since missed events he was scheduled to be at, such as the United Nations General Assembly in New York. But in a statement, the head of Cameroon's civil cabinet says Biya is well and condemned the mischievous individuals speculating about the president's health and, in quote, eventual death. North Korea's army has said it will sever road and railway access to South Korea and fortify areas on its side of the border. According to local media, the move is viewed as symbolic, given that cross-border travel and exchanges have been halted for years. In its statement, the army said that it was a response to war exercises that have been held in South Korea, as well as frequent visits by United States strategic assets to the region. Well, up next is Entertainment Report on News Now.
Nigerian singer-songwriter Arya Starr and South African artist Tyla are leading the African nominees at the 2024 MTV Europe Music Awards EMAs with 4 nominations each. The full nominees list was released by the organizers, Paramount International Network. Arya Starr was nominated for Best African Act, Best Push, Best Afrobeat, and Best New Artist, while Tyla secured nods in Best African Act, Best R&B, Best New Artist, as well as Best Afrobeat categories. They are joined by other talented African artists including Burna Boy, Rema, Tems, and Ashake, who are also vying for awards in various categories. That's all on Entertainment Report on News Now. Victoria Akode, TV260 News, Lagos.
Finally, on sport, President of the Nigeria Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, has decried the poor standard of stadia in the country for the Super Eagles to play Grade A matches. Gusau made the observation while speaking with journalists after inspecting ongoing renovation works on the Upper Aku Stadium in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. He revealed that the NFF is seeking an alternative to Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo for the Super Eagles to play home matches. Speaking on the donation of a trophy for the Governor's Cup and another cup for the Under-15 tournament, the NFF boss says the move is part of his campaign promises to revive grassroots football across the country. With round 3 of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers set to commence this week, Namibia and Zimbabwe will begin proceedings in a keenly anticipated Group J clash at the Orlando Stadium on Thursday, October 9. Namibia commenced their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying bid on a sour note following 2 consecutive defeats to Cameroon and Kenya, respectively, after their 2-1 defeat to Kenya at the Orlando Stadium on the 10th of September. Colin Benjamin's troops dropped down to 4th position in Group J, while Zimbabwe's fortunes in AFCON qualification have been slightly better than that of Namibia's. The Warriors remain without a victory after 2 matches. That's it on News Now. Many thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.